here's the story of how I almost fired my #1 closer, who ended up bringing in over 300 clients. For those of you guys that don't know him, he's an incredible human being, and this video is kind of a tribute to him. And also, I'm going to be sharing some of the biggest lessons that I learned through this whole experience. His name is Omir Block, so shout out to Omir. Hope you're watching this video. That being said, here's what happened. I had started my marketing agency, Atlas Digital, in Colorado, and Omir was all the way in Georgia, in Atlanta. So I call him, and at this point he's working Uber. I think he just got a job at Whole Foods. He really doesn't have much going for him, and at this point my marketing agency is doing anywhere between 30 to 40K per month. We needed a closer. We needed someone to come in and do sales for us. Through my business partner, I found out about Omir, and I FaceTime him, and I was like, yo, Omir, this is a life-changing opportunity. We are growing fast. We need someone to come in and do sales for us. You need to move across the country tomorrow. And he was like, what are you talking about, Joel? I just got this job at Whole Foods. I'm driving Uber. It's working out. I think he was taking some college classes. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Move to Colorado ASAP and let's make it happen. After some back and forth and some doubts, Omir decided to take the leap. So he quit his job at Whole Foods. He stopped doing Uber, and literally overnight, he drove all the way to Colorado to start working inside of our kitchen, doing sales for us, for our marketing agency, Atlas Digital. He moves, he literally shows up at my house in his car. He doesn't have a place to sleep. It's literally just him, his car, and his belongings, and he's hanging out at my house, doing sales for us. And for 6 months, he could not close a deal. It was really tough because we all loved him. Like, if you've ever met Omir, you love the guy. The problem was both my fault and his fault. So I'm gonna break down what went wrong and really how he went from not being able to close a single deal in 6 months to then becoming our #1 highest paid sales guy in all of my companies, closing the most deals from anyone that's ever worked for me, and now starting his own business, doing over 30K per month. So we took Omir to a pizza shop and we went out to dinner. At the end of dinner, we told him, Omir, you need to close at least 3 deals by the end of the month, or unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go. That month, he ended up closing, I think, even more than 3 deals. And then again, he went on to close hundreds of clients for our marketing agency. Here is what changed. One night, I called Omir during that month and I told him, Omir, right now, you are attached to the sale. You quite literally need the money. And what's happening is that the prospect on the other side can feel it. They can feel that you want the sale more than they want your solution. And I said, Omir, for the next month, I want you to pretend like you do not need to close any deals. And I need you to pretend like if you mess up every single sales call, you're gonna be totally fine. This did a few things. Number 1, it removed all the pressure. Number 2, it allowed him to show up and actually want to serve the prospect. So the biggest thing that happened is that Omir no longer was attached to the sale. And by letting go, it removed the pressure, which allowed him to show up in the best possible way for the prospect. So that was the biggest lesson that I learned for managing salespeople moving forward. Instead of looking for results at the very beginning, look for progress. When he moved out, we told him, you need to start closing. And that set up an environment for him to fail in. In the perfect world, what I would have told Omir is, look, you don't need to close any deals. Totally okay if you don't. All I'm looking for is progress. Are you getting more comfortable with the pitch? Are you getting more comfortable talking to the prospects? Are you getting less and less objections? Really, the takeaway here is that if you're doing sales and you feel like you quite can't make it happen, you need to pretend like the result does not matter. I told Omir, I want you to lie to yourself before every single call and tell yourself, if I don't get the sale, that is totally okay. And I'm gonna be totally fine. And again, what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to remove the pressure and create the space for you to show up at your highest level. And if you're managing a sales team, my biggest recommendation is don't look for results, look for progress. And don't put the pressure on your closers to close deals right out of the gate. Instead, put pressure on your sales team to be consistent in improvement, because that is much more realistic and it's going to set up your sales team to succeed. So that was my biggest lesson from almost firing my top closer in the history of all of my businesses, who ended up bringing us over 7 figures in sales. Hopefully that helps you guys, whether you have a salesperson that you're managing or whether you're doing sales yourself. If you like this video, make sure to like, make sure to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.